Hi everybody, Indah Melindasari here again. Hope everyone is safe and well. Here is a run-up of some of the latest changes from March 2021. Part 1. Changes to travel rules. The Australian travel ban has been extended for 3 months. Australia and Singapore travel bubble may be available in a couple of months. Trans-Tasman to be announced soon, and quarantine-free travel. Part 2. Changes to business and work visas, skilled migration visas, and first entry to Australia. Victoria will close new applications by 1st of April 2021. Western Australia DAMA program update 2021. Part 3. Other changes and news. Strengthened character assessment will be applied to safeguard Australian community. Changes to temporary graduate 485 visa. Alright, let's start with part 1. Changes to travel rules. Let me start today with new developments about the travel ban. First of all, the government has announced that the border closure and travel ban will be extended for yet another 3 months. Health Minister Greg Hunt cited that unacceptable public health risk posed by the rest of the world to the Australian borders during this pandemic as the reason. Since there are new strains popping up around the world, new precautions have to be taken. This will mean that the travel ban will have lasted a year at that point, and most of us are losing our patience with how long this whole situation has carried on. However, there is some positive news for those of us that have been feeling trapped and itching to get back in the skies and go on vacation to anywhere but here. The good news is, may soon be able to take a vacation to Singapore to enjoy the sights, shopping, and food in the luxury city, or simply just going for change of a scenery. It could be soon a reality. Tourism Minister Dan Tehan said that Australia has been in talks with Singapore about the possibility of creating a travel bubble between the two countries. So it will seem that as long as you are vaccinated Singaporean or Australian citizen, you will be able to travel back and forth without the 2-week quarantine. New Zealand as well, which has already been allowing travel with certain states in Australia, is now in a discussion to expand this to a national level, paving the way for quarantine and exemption-free travel between the two countries. It looks like this will be starting on April 6th. So a holiday could soon be on your horizon to see the natural beauty of New Zealand. This will be a big step back to normality, since the two countries have always been each other's #1 travel destination. Part 2. Changes to work and business and work visas. Now we will move on to some positive news, starting with a new concession for the offshore skilled migration visas for any of you that have passed by your must enter by date as stated in your grant notification letter. The good news is that you will still be able to enter Australia after this date if it has passed and you have been unable to get back into the country. With the borders being closed and flights hard to come by, this will be a weight off many people's mind. Just be aware that you will still have to enter before the must not arrive after date, but you will not need an extension on your initial entry date. This applies to the following visas if you are granted the visa while offshore. It's for skilled independent, the subclass 189, the skilled nominated, subclass 190, skilled regional, subclass 489, and skilled work regional, subclass 491. The information on first entry to Australia notice and your grant notification letter you have will be enough for a travel provider to be confident that you are allowed to enter Australia as a skilled visa holder. You may want to bring a copy of the notice with you to present to the airline while checking in at the airport and upon arrival in Australia. You will still need to get a travel exemption to enter as well. Okay, on to some business visas news. The Victorian government announced that their business talent permanent visa, the subclass 132 applications, will be closed by April 1st. So what exactly is this visa? Well, the business talent permanent subclass 132 visa allows you to establish a new or develop an existing business in Australia. It has two streams, namely the significant business history stream and venture capital entrepreneur stream. They had announced some changes to the requirements of this visa when it opened to application earlier this year. The business now had to create new job opportunities for people in Victoria, must encourage innovations in strategic sectors, must generate forward-looking enterprises using their qualification in the field of STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medicine. On from Victoria to Western Australia, the state has announced major updates to the DAMA program for this year. If you are wondering what exactly DAMA is, Designated Area Migration Agreement or DAMA is a 5-year formal agreement between Australian government and a designated area representative that aims to fill needed skilled shortages in the workforce. The program falls under the visa subclasses of, the first one is the labor agreement stream of the temporary skill shortage visa, the subclass 482, the employer nomination scheme visa, the subclass 186, and the skilled employer sponsored regional provisional visa, the subclass 494. Now, in its second year, the Goldfield DAMA program will have around 125 occupations available to be sponsored up from 72 in the first year. This will make Goldfield's DAMA the program with the second most occupations covered. So if you have been thinking slowly your pace of life down and moving closer to the natural beauty of Western Australia, this could be your best chance yet. Changes have also been made to the age limits. The age limits for PR nomination have been divided into two groups based on the skill level. For skill level 1 occupation, to be able to be nominated for PR, the application or the applicant must be under 55 and age limit is 54. While for the skill level 2 to 4, the applicant's age limit for PR nomination is 49 years old. The current temporary skilled migration income threshold, which is the minimum salary a sponsor must pay an employee to nominate them, is set at 53,900 Australian dollar. However, a concession has been made for certain occupations in the Goldfield DAMA program. There are age or disabled carer, agriculture and horticulture mobile plant operator, beef cattle farmer, childcare worker, family daycare educator, meat boner and slicer, nursing support worker, personal care assistant, searer and slaughterer. The concessions also include more areas of the Goldfields region being covered and occupations added that are outside of the are not classified under the Australia and New Zealand standard classification of occupation. They are sound and light technician, road access technician, export technicians, and process technicians. I know this all may sound quite technical and complicated, but in the long run, it means more opportunity to start a new life in a beautiful, natural corner of Australia and to be part of new growing communities. Several of these opportunities and pathways in the program will also be able to lead you to gain permanent residency. Part 3. Other changes and news. The Australian government has strengthened part of its character assessment, which is a checklist judging the character of a person, usually based on their past criminal history. This is to make sure that they do not potentially let people that may continue to commit crime once they are in Australia. Your visa application will be rejected if you do not meet the character assessment, but also if you are already in Australia and do not meet the requirements of the character assessment, they might cancel your visa. The new Ministerial Direction 90 or MD 90 requires all visa decision makers to consider some violence as a primary consideration in making visa determinations. The crimes and conduct which are considered as very serious are violent and or sexual crimes, crimes of a violent nature against women and children regardless of the sentence imposed, acts of family violence regardless of the sentence imposed. And these crimes or conduct are considered to be serious. Causing a person to enter into a forced marriage, regardless of whether convicted of an offense or the sentence imposed. Crimes against vulnerable people, such as the elderly, disabled, government representatives, or officials. Crimes committed in immigration detention, during an escape or after escape from a detention center, and crimes against humanity, people trafficking, and worker exploitation. The decision makers must also seriously consider other forms and documents that show visa applicants' character history. Lastly, changes have been made to the Graduate 485 visa, which is used by international students to be able to live and work in Australia after their studies. It has two different streams that let you stay for different length of time. In sympathy for the students that have been affected by the border closures and have been unable to return, the following changes have been made. The first one, those 485 visa holders who have lived and studied in metropolitan Australia will be able to apply for a second post-study work visa. Secondly, to be eligible for the second 485 visa, you have to complete your education at the regional institution and have stayed for at least 2 years in a regional area immediately before applying for your second post-study work visa. The qualified prospective second subclass 485 visa applicants must apply for a visa in Australia, but they can be granted a visa during the concession period if they are outside Australia. For graduates affected by COVID-19 travel restrictions are now eligible to apply for a temporary graduate visa offshore, and they must hold or have a student visa in the last 12 months to qualify. Well, that's the roundup of all the changes and updates for March 2021. If you have any questions about how these changes may affect you or benefit you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Leave a comment or questions and we will get back to you as soon as possible. You can find out our contact details in the description and in the comments, so feel free to send an email or call with an inquiry, and our advisors will be there for all your visa needs. Wonderland Consulting is here to help you. As always, thank you for watching. Drop me a comment or questions and I will reply to you as soon as possible.